All right, and here we go with some more console rumors for 2020. We've got the Xbox and PlayStation coming out this year, probably October, November. And I've been saying in previous videos that I believe Xbox will be launching two consoles at the same time. We've got the Series X, which is going to be their most powerful console, 12 teraflops, and an Xbox Series S, or whatever they decide to call it. It's almost bound to be the S, right? And I'm guessing maybe that, I know rumors have even speculated it may be more like a 1X, or it may be like 4 teraflop power. I think that they would be more likely to be between the 6 and 8 teraflop on the Series S, if that is indeed what they wind up doing. But now it's coming out that maybe PlayStation might be doing the exact same thing. Now, whether this is something they were already planning to do, or whether it's something that they changed because of the rumors swirling about Xbox launching two consoles, which if Xbox did that and PlayStation didn't, it could be a hit to PlayStation, especially if they put out their highest model, the $500 or $600 model, and then Xbox came out and did the same thing, but then also had a more budget model that was still kind of next gen. So this article is really short. Let's take a quick look here. PlayStation 5 Pro might launch alongside PS5 to outgun Xbox Series X. Sony and Microsoft are on their way to a showdown in the next generation of console wars, the former with its PlayStation 5 and the latter with its Xbox Series X. From everything we know to this point, these will be similar systems. Both will sport custom AMD silicon based on Zen 2 CPU and Navi GPU architectures, and both will wield a solid-state drive for storage. But which one will be more powerful? Perhaps neither of them, which in the end, as always, games are going to be what matters. But the Xbox One X did prove that power had a lot to do with it, because those games did play better. So the rumor has it Sony will not just be launching a PS5 during the holiday season, but might also release a faster, more powerful PS5 Pro model at the same time, just as the PlayStation 4 Pro is faster and more capable version of the PlayStation 4. The PS5 Pro would essentially be an upgraded version of the PS5. What would be unusual, though, is launching both of these models simultaneously, if that comes to pass. And Xbox has come out and said the same thing. They expect their Series X to be the 7-year console. So we're not expecting to see a more powerful Xbox mid-gen this time. So it would make sense for them, if they are going to release a less powerful model, to do it at launch, because after the 12 teraflop, after the Series X would be out, or the PS5 Pro would be out for a couple of years, you wouldn't want to come out with a less powerful console. And obviously both of these companies wouldn't want to release their less powerful console first and wait if the other company is not going to wait. So I think you're going to see both companies launching both consoles at the same time and then focusing on games for the next 7 years. You might get, slim editions and special custom editions and things like that. But as far as the hardware goes, I think we're pretty much going to get what we're going to get for the next 5 to 7 years when these come out. So Xbox Series X that was released yesterday is the top end one. So this was the information that Microsoft had put out a few days ago. 12 teraflops will be the base Xbox Series X. That is slower than that one. Sony is releasing two PlayStation models. The base PlayStation 5, 9 teraflops. Their other one is also top of the line to compete with Xbox Series X's top dog. This all makes sense now as to why people are getting mixed numbers for each of the platforms. I also heard that the top-of-the-line models will be expensive. No pricing, but I would guess around $600. So this could be true. I also think that by releasing a base model and then your Pro model or your Series X model allows you to sell for more. So if you've got a base model next-gen console that comes out between the $300 and $400 range or so, that allows you to easily release your Pro models right away for $500 to $600. I was originally thinking $500 was the max anyone would go, but that was, when I was thinking that one console was coming out, or maybe PlayStation wasn't going to put two out. But if they're really going to release both, you could easily see the PS5 Pro and the Series X at $600, and the base PS5 and the Series S, or whatever it winds up being, at that $300 to $400 range. And I think that would make sense, both for the business and for the customers. The post was made a day after Microsoft touted the Xbox Series X as pushing 12 teraflops of graphics power from the GPU. It's difficult to discern a whole lot based on teraflops alone, but since we know the console will be equipped with a second generation version of Navi, we can reasonably estimate it will be faster than a Radeon RX 5700 XT and perhaps on par with a GeForce RTX 2080. Take those comparisons with a grain of salt, of course. We have no idea how NVIDIA or AMD's real-time ray tracing hardware will fare compared to NVIDIA's RT cores, and the true test will be when these consoles actually launch. However, the idea of a PS5 Pro debuting this year is certainly intriguing. An interesting side note is that Microsoft's Phil Spencer had previously said the Xbox Series X will not be out of position on power or price compared to Sony's console or consoles. If a PS5 Pro comes to fruition in 2020, it will be interesting to see if this statement holds true. And yeah, I think that's also why we've heard a lot more from Microsoft than we have from Sony. I think I think rumors have been out for like 2 E3s ago, like 2 years ago, that we're going to get 2 Xboxes on the next gen. They only focused on touting the Series X because that's their flagship, and then they're going to have the Series S model. And then I think Sony started looking at that and was thinking, man, we're going to need to do something like that if we're going to want to compete. And so they had to probably shift a few things around, and I have a hunch that's why it's just taking a little bit longer to get information from them as to what they're going to do. But it's definitely looking interesting. I really think it would be cool for both companies to launch 2 consoles, something for everybody. And that gets consoles even closer to the idea of PC, right? You build a PC based on how well you want to play a game, what resolution, what frame rate, and all that kind of stuff. And it'd be really cool to see consoles keep their nice little closed system going on they have, but also offer those same kind of options and get people in for less money. Also helping is cloud gaming and things like that. So more people are going to be able to play more PlayStation and more Xbox games without having to put out as much money for hardware if they so choose. So it's looking pretty cool. We may wind up with a 4 console launch for 2020 for next gen. This would be the first time ever, and it sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty exciting. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. Hit subscribe if you like the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave your comment below. Are you excited about PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Pro, non-Pro, base models? What do you think? All right, thanks a lot. Have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.